Good morning, Ultimate Hustlers and Digital Empire Builders. It is that time for the Cortez Hustle Show. And today we're talking 10 success habits of highly successful people. If you are trying to elevate to the next level, you're already doing your thing, you're good in certain areas, but you want to go to the next level, you want to know what these highly successful people do every single day and start incorporating one or two of these tips and strategies into your daily game plan, and you're going to boost your ability to be even more successful than you already are. So do me a huge favor, comment in the chat where you're from, drop the name of your business and or your brand, and smash that share button, ladies and gentlemen, and let's kick it this morning. Yo, what's up, Ultimate Hustlers, and welcome to the Cortez Hustle Show, the business podcast for the entrepreneur of the 21st century. And I'm your host, Cortez Hustle. Our goal is to give you a behind-the-scenes look at how the world's greatest hustlers build amazing brands, scale their businesses to incredible heights, sell more, make more, and create mass movements that impact the world. It doesn't matter if you're a seasoned vet or you're sitting on the sidelines with aspirations to one day unleash your inner hustle. This show will provide the insights into how pure grit, determination, and hard work has morphed into some of the most iconic brands and personalities, and how they are moving the culture forward. You'll get a mix of solo shows featuring yours truly, as well as interviews and content from other hustlers that I either know personally, or I've learned from, or whose grind I've come to know and respect. And you'll also get exclusive recordings from our membership called Monetize My Life Academy, which you can check out at monetizemylifeacademy.com. That's a program where we go live every month with some of the best hustlers on the planet, sharing best practices on how we all can explode our brands with advanced branding and marketing tactics, business development strategies, and financial game planning necessary to build the empires we all desire. Again, that's at monetizemylifeacademy.com. If you like today's episode, chances are the hustlers you're connected to will like it as well. Share it with those in your network. And when you do, use hashtag Cortez Hustle so I can see you and hopefully give you a shout out and share you in my stories. So check out today's episode and make sure you subscribe to the feed on your favorite podcasting networks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Cortez Hustle Show. I am, of course, your host, Cortez Hustle, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur, coming to you live and direct from the Social Media Consistency Challenge Studios right here in St. Louis, Missouri. What is the Social Media Consistency Challenge? That is my give back to the online community. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the most important things that you need to understand about building and growing a business online is the need to be consistent. And I know that's a challenge for some of you guys. So what I've done, I've created a subscription system where it's 100% free. If you text the word Daily Hustle to 314-730-3999, that's going to put you on a list to receive an email from me for the next 21 days, right? What are you going to get in this email? You're going to get an infographic to post on your socials. You're going to get the captions and the hashtags, so you don't even have to think about what to say. Just copy and paste. In addition to that, you're going to get a link to a short video that walks you through how to do content marketing in a way that it not only improves your reach, but it also turns your followers into leads that you can ultimately turn into customers and clients. So text Daily Hustle to 314-730-3999, and you're going to get on that list. You're going to receive this content every day, because if you do anything for 21 days, it starts to become habitual. And that's what we're going to do today. Today, we're talking success habits of highly successful people. Some of you guys were anticipating Denise Wiggins to be on the show, but she has some technical difficulties. So we're going to bring her back on. She's a founder of several multi-million-dollar companies. So I was looking forward to that conversation, but we have some challenges and we're going to get her on next time for sure. But in the meantime, I'm going to give you 10 success habits of highly successful people. And trust me, if you add just one or two of these things into your daily routine, you can radically transform your life, whether that is in business, whether that is in relationships, that is your career on the job. You got to understand that success is about the things that you do daily, right? And in order to be great, it's not about doing one thing great. It's about doing a lot of little things great every single day. So we're going to get into those things today, but y'all know how we do, man. We start the Cortez Hustle Show every day with a quote of the day. And today's quote says this. Wait a minute. Before the quote of the day, I didn't give you guys my announcements. Real quick, I want you to tag your favorite entrepreneur. If you know of an entrepreneur that you think would be a great fit on the show, I want you to tag them or introduce them to me in Messenger. Some of you guys don't follow me personally, but you can. I am H Cortez Springer on Facebook if you wanted to just send me a friend request. That way you can tag some of your favorite influencers and entrepreneurs that you know and respect, and we'll reach out to them and see if we can get them on the show. It's not an announcement, but more of a PSA. In honor of Mental Health Awareness Month, I want y'all to do me a favor. Matter of fact, put this in the comments. Check on your strong friends. It's Mental Health Awareness Month, and sometimes the people in our lives that seem to have it all together, those people who seem mentally tough, those people that everybody leans on, I need you to do me a favor and check on them today. Sometimes it's just sending them a text message. Hey, you all right? Like my girl Tab says, y'all all right? Check on your strong friends this month. It is Mental Health Awareness Month. And as someone who has overcome some mental and emotional challenges, make sure you check on your strong friends today. So today's quote says this: your finish line is relative to who you are, not about what others think you're supposed to do. Your finish line is relative to who you are, not about what others think you are supposed to do. This is very, very, very important, y'all, because sometimes we're living our lives based on someone else's expectations. And it goes both ways. I often talk about on this show letting other people superimpose their limitations on you. But you also cannot let other people superimpose their expectations on you. Can people push you? Can they see something in you that you don't see yourself and make some recommendations? Absolutely. But your finish line is relative to who you are. And you've got to be strong. I had this conversation with my youngest son just the other day, and I think he got it. I hope he got it. I really think he got it. But I was just sharing with him that at 21 years old this year, right, that his mom and I have moved from parents telling him what to do and more into roles of parents who are partners with you and consultants for you on this journey that we call life. And we, even though as parents, we have a habit of delivering information to you in an authoritative way, I was expressing to him, just know that these are just recommendations. At this point in your life, you're a grown man. What we say are recommendations. You have to weigh what we say and what we recommend against who you are. Because at the end of the day, whatever decision you make, whether you do something because I said it, you do something because your mom said it, you do something because one of your bigger brothers said it, you have to live with that decision and the results and consequences thereof. So we Christians in this house, we've taught them that there is wisdom in a multitude of counselors. So he should seek out his big brothers. He should talk to mom. He should talk to me about decisions in his life. But at the end of the day, you are responsible for making that decision and living with the choice thereof. And I'm going to say that same thing to you. Don't let other people superimpose their limitations on you. Don't let other people superimpose their expectations on you and of you, because a lot of times they don't know what you've been shown, what has been revealed to you in terms of the steps and the things that you want to do in your life. They don't have the whole picture, right? As they say, entrepreneurs are the only people that are building, that will give everything they got to build a vision that only they can see. And that's how it is. So sometimes you have to respectfully say, I appreciate the input, but I'm going to go a different direction. You got to be willing to stand on that. So that is the quote of the day right here on the Cortez Hustle Show, brought to you by the Social Media Consistency Challenge. I'm going to beat this in your heads, because if you are not being consistent on social, you might as well get off of it, especially if you're trying to build a business on it, right? If you're trying to build it, if you're just having fun and just connecting with old friends and stuff like that, then by all means, you can pop on here whenever you want to. But if you're using social media to build your business, consistency is key. And if you have trouble in that area, text the phrase daily hustle to 314-730-3999. You're going to get on the list, and every day for the next 21 days, I'm going to email you a post to put on social with the captions and the hashtags and a short video training on how to start thinking like a content marketer. Again, text daily hustle to 314-730-3999. So today we're talking about success habits of the most successful, highly successful people, and how you can incorporate some of these in your life. But real quick, I shout out my man Mark Presswood. Thank you for jumping on. I see Tyrone Jones in the building as well. Guys, drop the name of your business and or your brand. One of the things that you should be getting good at, right? If you're on social and you're jumping on people's lives, and you're commenting on their posts, learn how to say who you are, what you do briefly without being disrespectful, and then add value to the conversation. I love Mark. He's always adding value to the conversation on the show every day. So when I ask you to comment the name of your business and or your brand, I'm giving you permission to shout yourself out in the comments. I just don't like you to post any links, but by all means, somebody might see who you are and what you do on this stream. There's over 120,000 people that follow this page. They might see who you are, what you do, and might want to connect with you. It could land a business deal. It could land you a new customer or client. It could land you a love interest. I don't know, but definitely feel free to shout yourself out, because if you ain't shouting you out, I don't know who is. That's one of the habits that I have. When I comment on people's stuff, I comment as my business page. So they'll see Financial Health Mentor made a comment, or they'll see the Cortez Hustle Show is commented or followed their page, because that's all about branding, ladies and gentlemen. So let me grab the link to this article so I can pop it in the comments for you. This is on Man of Many, ladies and gentlemen. manofmany.com is the name of the site. And I always look for different perspectives on success and what things are doing, what people are doing to be successful. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to have anything in life, you got to study that thing. If you want to be successful, you got to study success. You got to study successful people. I can't tell you the amount of documentaries and documentary type shows that I watch, and I'm gleaning from how people move in their lives. And I know on some of the things like Shack Life, some of the stuff is scripted and all of that kind of stuff, but I'm watching a man worth $500 million go into Walmart and spend $10,000 on strangers he don't even know, right? That's inspiration for me. You got to find your inspiration, ladies and gentlemen. So this article talks about success, right? We all know a successful person when we see one, but what really goes on behind the scenes in their personal lives, the savvy investors, competent businessmen, and A-list celebrities we've come to admire each have their own routines and regimens, some stranger than others. While author Leo Tolstoy chose to renounce his money and make his own shoes, and composer Ludwig van Beethoven started each day hand counting 60 coffee beans for the perfect cup of coffee, right? You got to find out what works for you. And sometimes taking a piece from this person and a piece from that person creates the perfect routine for you. Again, success is not built in a day, but it is built daily. I want you to write that one down. Success is not built in a day, but it is built daily. What are the things you're doing habitually every single day that leads to your success and or your failure? Because you don't fail in a day either. Failure happens daily. There's some things that you're doing every day that's chipping away from your success, right? Yeah, that is a real bean counter, right? So let's look at some of these habits that very, very successful people have, right? Number one, and I feel confident counting these because they're numbered on the post. Number one, wake up early without an alarm clock. Now, it says on the article, wake up early without an alarm clock. But if you need an alarm clock, wake up early, I think, is the key. No day has ever started asleep. That's a fact. But heaps of days have been wasted sleeping. Oh, that's a bar right there. No day has ever started asleep, but a lot of days have been wasted sleeping. If you can control your body clock and routinely nail those 6 a.m. starts, you'll be well on your way to crushing each day. On the other hand, a built habit of snoozing your alarm can leave you groggy and unmotivated in the mornings. I will literally sometimes roll over and reset my alarm. It takes me about a minute, and I know it probably drives my wife crazy, right? My alarm goes off at 4:30, and I will literally roll over and reset it to 6. Like, just get your butt up, man. You're going to take the time to reset your alarm. Just get your butt up and start your day. But starting early is something that a lot of uber successful people do. Amazon CEO and former richest man in the world, Jeff Bezos, reportedly refuses to set an alarm each night, making sure that he gets at least 8 hours of sleep, irrespective of the time. Similarly, media magnate Ariana Huffington does not believe in the premise of an alarm clock. Just think about the definition of the word alarm. Huffington says in an interview, a sudden fear or distressing suspense caused by an awareness of danger, right? So these are people who have different perspectives, but at the end of the day, you got to figure out what's going to be best for you. How are you going to start your day early? And when I say early, I try to start my day. So you guys know that this show comes on at 7 a.m. Monday through Friday, right? Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the Cortez Hustle Show. Tuesday, the St. Louis Hustle Podcast with my girl, Michelle A. That's for my local community. But every day at 7 a.m., I'm here, right? So for me, early, I try to start at least 2 hours before I'm really supposed to be doing something. So 2 hours before 7, between 4:30 and 5, I'm trying to be up. I'm trying to get my meditation in. I'm waking up with gratitude. Try to get me a workout in 3 days a week. And then I can come to you guys fresh after I've showered, of course, and that kind of stuff. So what is your daily routine? And if you have one and you're not getting up early, because I literally, there was a time in my life when I was working at a local company here in St. Louis. It took me about 23 minutes to get to work. So what did I do? I woke up 33 minutes before I had to go because if I showered at night, I could literally wash my face, brush my teeth, and warm the car up in 10 minutes and then take 23 minutes to get there, right? That's it's not the best way to start your day in a sense of urgency, a sense of uncertainty, a sense of, please don't let 2 or 3 of these lights be red. Please don't let me run into an accident along my way. Please right? Like when you're cutting it that close, there's literally no room for error. And basically, what am I doing? I'm just creating anxiety for myself. And then I'm running into the job at the last minute, trying to get to my desk and get my day started, right? Try to think about that. Are you putting stress on yourself that is undue and unjustified because you simply refuse to get up a little bit earlier than you need to? So that was number one. We got 9 more to go, and I promise we're going to get to all 9 today. And this will not be a 2-part series. But before we go any further, we got to get into 1 minute motivation. 1 minute motivation, if you're new to the Cortez Hustle Show, is where I play a short motivational clip, usually 60 to 90 seconds or so. And I give you a couple thoughts. If you're able to type while you're watching this live, then go ahead and give me your takeaways as well. We've been listening to a clip about moving on, detaching from people who have detached from you, right? And that's important. The law of association is incredibly important for you to honor and be mindful of. But sometimes when people want to get away from us and get out of our lives, we try to hold on probably more than we should. So let's get into 1 minute motivation and continue that conversation about moving forward beyond someone leaving our lives. Let's check it out.
People have to know that what you're not going to accept, what you're not going to tolerate, what you're not going to put up with. Some people ain't taking you serious because you ain't taking you serious. Some people just giving you the bare minimum because they know that's what you're going to accept. You got to know your worth, baby, and then charge tax. And I'm not telling you to be bougie. I'm not telling you to be stuck up, but I'm telling you to stop allowing things in your life that they wouldn't allow. Those same people that's treating you a certain type of way, they would have been bounced.
See, a lot of people put up with a lot of foolishness because they don't want to die by themselves. Here's what I believe. I believe in a one-to-a-box theory. Ask this question of yourself. Make a list of who you communicate with most and ask yourself the question, what kind of person am I becoming because of this relationship? Is it helping me to grow mentally and emotionally and spiritually? Am I becoming a better person because of this relationship? Do they bring out the best in me? Do they inspire me? Do they encourage me to develop my greatness? Do they make me stretch? So you got to look at the people in your life and find out, what kind of person are you becoming because of that relationship? My mother used to say, birds of a feather flock together. You run around with losers, you will end up a loser.
Hoo-wee. I don't know about y'all, but listen, that's some powerful, powerful stuff. If you are able to chat, then definitely comment your thoughts on this, and I'll try to read as many as I can quickly before we move on. But man, sometimes people ain't taking you serious because you're not taking you serious. You train people how to treat you. You have to train people how to treat you. In that conversation that I was having with my son, that was the underlying theme, right? And he gets a lot of his mannerisms and his ways from me. I had come up being a people pleaser, right? When you suffer from neglect as a child, which I did, and when I say neglect, it wasn't because my mom didn't love me, my dad didn't love me, my parents didn't love me. It was because some circumstances in her life caused her to send me away to go live with my dad. And I ended up, laying over at my grandma's house for 2 years, right? And I just felt disconnected because I was very young and I didn't know my grandma at the time. I didn't know my aunts and my uncles. I didn't know those people. Those were literally strangers to me. Now, they knew me, obviously, because when I was born, they passed me around and they knew me, but I didn't know them. It was like my first time meeting them, and I went there to live, right? So because of that, I always wanted to have people around. Because of that, I always wanted to please everybody. So I was always agreeing with everything everybody said. And it was hard for me to say no to people and stuff like that. And I was just sharing with my son, I don't want him to be that, because you are literally stopping yourself from becoming more of who you are. In fact, you're shrinking yourself to accommodate other people. So be willing to stand up and say, no, I don't agree. Be willing to stand up and say, I hear you. I appreciate the critique, but I'm going to go in a different direction, and do it respectfully in a way to just not blatantly hurt people's feelings. But sometimes when you say no, it's going to hurt people's feelings. I don't care how soft you say it, but you got to do what's right for you. Ask yourself, what am I becoming because of this relationship? Ooh, man. What am I becoming because of this relationship? Is this relationship feeding me, or is this relationship low-key toxic? Is this person really in my corner because of who I am and what they want to see? Or are they in my corner because of what I can do for them? Right? Surround yourself. I saw a Facebook post from my girl Latanya Deloche. It said, surround yourself with people that want the best for you and not the best from you. It's a big difference between what people want for you and what they want from you. And if you are around people who are always taking and never pouring into you, it's only a matter of time before you find yourself empty. Physically, emotionally, spiritually, and if you're the type of person that's loose with your money, that could be financially too, right? I try to think about those things. Very, very important, right? Mark says, thank you, Facebook, for your help and support since I joined in 2017, helping me find great people of the world. Yeah, it's funny that we will look at Facebook and we tend to only think about the negative sometimes that comes out of this. But to your point, Mark, I've met great people like yourself and others on this platform and on this journey because of this platform and what it allows you to do. So also, last but not least, man, make sure you know and understand your worth. Know your worth. That was Trent Shelton's voice. Says, know what you're worth, and make people pay for what you're worth, and put a tax on it. Right? Know what you're worth. Know what you're worth. And as we study these success habits, they're going to help you to validate what you're worth. Right? But you got to know your worth, because when you believe that you are worth less, people treat you like you're worthless. I hope you get that. When you yourself believe that you are worth less, like sometimes I go into a room and I try to surround myself with successful people. I go into the room where I'm the brokest joker in the room. I go into the room, I'm the least accomplished person in the room. I go into the room, I'm the least successful person in the room. But I have to make sure that when I go into that room, I don't feel like I'm worth less than these people. Because if I feel like I'm worth less than these people, then that positions me to get treated like I'm worthless. I hope y'all caught that. I hope y'all caught that. So know your worth. I don't have to be as rich as somebody else to be as valuable as somebody else. I don't have to have as many degrees as someone else to be able to add as much intelligence to a situation as someone else. So you got to know your worth. You got to believe in that. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the 1 minute motivation right here on the Cortez Hustle Show, brought to you by the Social Media Consistency Challenge. If you need help being more consistent on social, I need you to text Daily Hustle to 314-730-3999 every day for the next 21 days. I'm going to email you a infographic, the caption and the hashtags to post with it. These infographics are good for Facebook and Instagram. And I'm going to give you a link to a short YouTube video that you can watch, and it will help you understand how I built this page to over 120,000 people, how I use content to attract people to me. And you can do the same thing for yourself, but it does all start with you being consistent, ladies and gentlemen. So we're talking, did I say 20 or 10? Let me see. I think we got 10 of these habits. 10 habits of highly successful people. Habit number 1, highly successful people wake up early. They wake up early. Now, you might know some highly successful people based on what we see on TV and stuff like that, that sleep in and all that kind of stuff. But usually that comes well after they've built something amazing, right? As I look at people's lives and I watch documentaries and things of that nature, I pay more attention to what they were doing in the beginning of the journey than what they were doing in the end of the journey, right? I remember seeing on Facebook the picture of Jeff Bezos sitting in a room very much like this, and he had a handmade Amazon.com sign on the wall, right? Humble beginnings. A lot of us despise humble beginnings. We want to skip the stuff and get right to the wins. That ain't how it works, man. You got to go through the failures so that you can appreciate the wins. Number 1 was get up early. Number 2, read more. Your brain is a muscle. Use it or lose it. While getting sucked into a good book is an excellent way to lose an afternoon and definitely has its benefits, self-help, nonfiction, and improvement tomes are really where you'll make swole brain gains. Good morning, Mary Figures in the building with us as well. Good morning. Read more, right? I have in my daily routine, I usually go to the restroom every morning, and there's a book or two, and I at least take those few minutes and read, and I try to block out another 15, 20 minutes throughout the day to read as well. But I'll tell you, I listen to more stuff than I read. So I'm trying to flip that to incorporate more reading, but I am a podcast consuming, a YouTube video consuming machine. I know I consume at least an hour to 2 worth of content every day to help me grow in some area of business, right? In an interview with CNBC, investor Warren Buffett revealed that he starts every morning poring over newspapers, estimating he spends at least 80% of his day reading. Read 500 pages like this every day. That's how knowledge works. It builds up like compound interest. All of you can do it, but I guarantee not many of you will, he said. Maybe start making stops at your local library an essential part of your week. So if you want to be successful, these highly successful people, they get up early and they read more than most people, right? Yeah, I know that statistic that says the average person never reads more than 1 or 2 books in their lifetime when they leave school. Whether it's graduating high school or college, most people will never read another book from start to finish in their lifetime, right? And they wonder why they are average. So number 1, wake up earlier. And if you can get to your body to a place where you can wake up without an alarm, great. I ain't there yet. I ain't gonna lie. I am not there yet. Number 2, read more. Number 3, prioritize exercise. We did a whole show on how exercise is my secret weapon to being consistent. Literally, I feel good. I feel better. I have more energy than most people because I prioritize exercise. Exercise is the easiest part of your day to skip. I'll do it tomorrow. Has crossed the mind of every casual gym goer. But if you don't set aside a specific time to work on your body, one day it will fail. Successful people will carve out that time. For me, it's first thing in the morning. And I'll tell you, and science has proven this, because when you exercise, you have certain hormones and endorphins that your body releases. You get your heart rate up and it creates circulation. Your blood circulates faster. That forces you to take in more oxygen. All of those things contribute to releasing stress, and it gives you more energy throughout the day. Now, I will tell you this, and my wife can vouch. On the days I work out, I do pass out. I mean, literally, literally. And I ain't ashamed to say it. I'm at the age where 2 or 3 days a week, I need a nap. I eat me a good lunch and it's a wrap, right? But that's me understanding that, hey, I'll push my brain. And for me, it's not physical. I don't think it's as much physical exhaustion as it is mental exhaustion. When you are a creative genius, like I think I literally, it's like me running around the earth a couple times a day with the amount of thoughts that I have about everything that I'm trying to accomplish, right? So sometimes I have to crash at noon, but every night I'm literally passing out about 9 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. But it is what it is. And I've come to accept that 9 o'clock is the new midnight for someone approaching 50, right? So prioritize exercise. Take Microsoft founder Bill Gates, for example. The tech wizard and philanthropist reportedly likes to multitask during his morning treadmill workouts by watching DVDs. I'm the same way. When I'm working out, I do two things usually. I usually listen to my motivation speeches, my Eric Thomas's and my Coach Payne's and even some of my training coaches and mentors in the area of marketing, my Russell Brunsons and Ping Junes of the world. I'm usually listening to something, and I always hear something. And some of you guys have seen my reels where I'm on my bike and I give you a minute of something that I just heard, right? So I do that multitasking thing. I'm working out. My bike ride is usually the last thing that I do. So after I do high intensity impact training is what I do. I like to do high intensity stuff. I don't spend a whole lot of time in the gym. I just push myself really hard for 30 or 40 minutes, and then I'm out of there, right? So the bike is kind of how I wind down, and I usually do a quick video or something, but I'm always listening to something as I'm doing those workouts. So number 3 was prioritize exercise. Number 4, 15 to 20 minutes of self-focused thinking a day. 15 to 20 minutes of self-focused thinking per day. Taking a little break from the intense oversensory world we live in is an essential habit in almost every success guide we came across. Creating a calm space where you can engage in the kind of deep thought that is necessary to make a real change to yourself will pay off tenfold in a year. Take time. This is your meditation time. This is your reboot time. This is me taking 10 minutes before lunch and shutting everything out and getting to a quiet space and reflecting, right? This is critically important. LinkedIn CEO Jeff Weiner regularly tweets about his love of meditation. suggesting the practice allows him to strategize and work proactively. Part of the key to time management is carving out time to think as opposed to constantly reacting to things that are happening around you. Wiener said, right? Or is it Weiner? Right? I don't want to call the man Wiener if his name is Weiner. So do you set aside 10 to 15 minutes for that meditation time? It's important. Number 5, act analytically. Organize, plan, and take action. Critical analysis is man's true best friend. Say what you want about the thumb separating beast from man. Knowing where to put it has always been a vital facet of our journey from apehood, right? If you agree in evolution, I don't subscribe to that theory, but if you agree that that's what separates us is our thumb from apes, then that's what he's mentioning here. If you apply that same problem-solving aptitude to the issues you encounter daily, you're bound to find results. Organize, plan, and take action. I had a girl, and I don't know why I call her a girl. I think she's a little older than me, but when I first started this online journey, I was with an organization called Empower Network, right? It was founded by two Daves, Dave Wood and Dave Sharp, right? In that organization, there was a young lady named Tracy Walker, and she was the first person that I learned ready, fire, aim from. Ready, fire, aim. Most of us know ready, aim, fire. But in the world of business, success loves two things. It loves speed and enthusiasm. So when I have an idea, I am so enthusiastic that I go ahead and implement the idea before I have really given it shape and aim. So I got ready, I fired, I got feedback from the marketplace, then I take the feedback from the marketplace. Now I'm aiming, now I'm honing, now I'm crafting, and I'm being more deliberate. Most people spend all of their time getting ready to get ready. That's a bar right there. I'm on fire today. Most people spend all of their time getting ready to get ready. What are you getting ready to do? Oh man, I'm getting ready to get myself together so I can leave the house. What do you mean you're getting ready to get ready to leave the house? So most people are doing. Most people spend most of their time getting ready to get ready, and they never take action. And then you got another group of people who have taken action, but before they will release that thing to the public, before they will put that thing out to the marketplace, they're saying it's got to be perfect. Oh, it's almost ready. It's almost ready. Oh, I just got to tweak this. I got to do this. Oh man, I'm going to launch it here. Oh, I was getting ready to launch, but it didn't have this bell and whistle to it, so I didn't launch. You guys know my favorite example is the iPhone 1. With the speed in which technology grows and changes, if Steve Jobs and the team over at Apple was constantly trying to make the iPhone 1 perfect before they put it out, we would never have an iPhone 1. So you know what they did? In May of the year that the iPhone 1 came out, they did a commercial that said the iPhone 1 is coming. And they set a date. So by, I think, August of that same year, the iPhone 1 was out, ready or not. All the bells and whistles or not, we are putting out this product, and here it comes. And I do the same thing. It's called forced accountability. Forced accountability. I will come on a live like this and tell you guys what I'm doing in the next couple of days, because I know some of y'all are going to say, hey, Cortez, where's the link for this? Hey, Cortez, what's going on with that? Hey, so it's forcing me to be accountable and to consistently show up, right? So number 5, organize, plan, and take action, y'all. Number 6, right? You're right, Mark. From iPhone 1 to iPhone 13. And when they put it out, they had a bunch of features. They had a bunch of features that they thought the market wanted. But the market came back and said, we want this. You got all these other bullcrap features on here. We don't want none of that stuff. So the iPhone 2, they stripped it down and only gave us what we wanted. And then they start from that point on, and I say we, like I'm an iPhone guy. I've never owned an iPhone product, right? But they put it out in the marketplace and let the public say what they wanted to see in this product. And they kept rebuilding it based on what you wanted in the phone, right? Number 6, surround yourself with people that inspire you. By now, we must have all heard that our incomes are probably the average of the 5 closest friends. We naturally associate with people we are most akin to. If you flip that notion and start surrounding yourself with mentors, idols, and inspirational figures, you will pick up all that you need to help you. As long as you are providing something in return, it's a certainty that this will lead to improvements in ways you would never expect. Surround yourself with people that inspire you, right? Yeah, I'm Android here all day, Mark. My family is team iPhone, but I want to learn nothing new, man. I don't want, even my PC, everybody's telling me, Cortez, everything that you do, man, you should be on a MacBook. Yeah, but I understand that some of the things are repositioned in the screen and all that kind of, I don't want to learn that new right now. Surround yourself with people that inspire you. The law of association is so critical. It is critical, right? I sat on a panel discussion with a guy here, is an international tech guy by the name of Dr. Lance McCarthy. And he talked about how we go to the same places all the time, maybe at a different address, but it's the same type of environment because it's comfortable. He said, you're going to pay money to go to a bar or a lounge or your favorite hangout, shoot pool or whatever. You're going to pay for your drinks. The same type of people are going to be in that environment from weekend to weekend, while on the other side of town, there's a free gala or event that you can go to where it's free, the drinks are free, the food is free, and you get to associate with people who have a different perspective than you. And their way of thinking will stretch you. So I made it my mission this year to get from behind this laptop and get more involved in my actual community. Surround yourself, right? Roman philosopher Seneca once said, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Surround yourself with inspirational souls can be the doorway to that opportunity. Number 7, set personal goals and chase them. And an absolute staple in the skill set of successful people is the ability to turn dreams into reality, taking a concept from its home inside your head and chipping away at it every little bit of it until you have a tangible, existent object is an unparalleled joy. Are you setting goals and chasing them? Essential in this process is the setting of clear personal goals. Maybe you need a notebook or a planner or a whiteboard, but put your goals down somewhere you can see them. It'll remind you to work towards them every day. Number 8, have multiple incomes. Have multiple incomes. Never have your eggs in one basket. It's an oldie but goodie, with gig-based economy being heard every third word on the news, diversifying your income has become the fresh new thing to be touted as a golden step to the path to success. Essential to this is building your skills and then acting on your new and improved skill sets. It's never too late to start investing either, but do so wisely. Let me say this about multiple streams of income. And this is what I'm challenged with as someone who is a creative genius. I'm challenged with lasering my focus on one thing to build it into a river. All streams come from rivers. If you have not built one river and you're constantly trying to build multiple streams, what you end up with is multiple puddles that are going nowhere. Every person that has multiple streams has one main river. Every one of them. Every one of them. I don't care whether you talk about Microsoft, whether you talk about Apple, all the different ways that Google makes money. You talk about Elon Musk. You talk about even Russell Brunson or anybody that is doing anything, LeBron James. Come on. They created a river, and from the river, other streams appeared. So focus on creating a river, and then that river can veer off, and then you got a stream. And here's the other thing that all of these people have in common. They created this river, and when the river creates other streams, they are synergistically aligned. Very few of them will create a river in one lane and then go and create another stream in a completely different industry, completely different product line that has no connection to the original river. Walmart created a river of customers that show up in their store a day. They've got these big old warehouses, so it made sense for them as they rent space to product-based entrepreneurs to have their products. They rent space to Procter & Gamble to have Tide on their shelves. Why not rent space at the front of the store to Blimpie? We're already in the business of renting space. Now we're just going to rent it to the local eyeglass doctor so you can get your eyes checked when you come. There's always alignment with the multiple streams. Number 7, be frugal, not stingy. Be frugal, not stingy. There's a world of difference between frugality and stinginess. Frugality is a developed habit based on not spending money unnecessarily. Stinginess is a miserly connection to money purely in the hopes of amassing enough in gold coins to bathe in. Frugal people are successful people. They're smart with their money. They negotiate, budget, and save. To this end, keeping a budget is the first excellent step to maintaining true financial freedom. And in not being stingy, the law of sowing and reaping is also wrapped up in that. Successful people tend to give more than you would ever imagine. They are also always sowing seeds into the lives of other people financially, not just with their contributions to the marketplace, but they give to causes that they believe in, right? One of my goals for my digital marketing agency in my strategic plan is to donate $1,000 per month to an organization teaching young entrepreneurship. I want to donate $1,000 a month to an organization that teaches youth entrepreneurship. You say, Cortez, why is that important to you? Because my main mission is to help Black people become the #1 employers of Black people in the next 2 generations. What does that mean? We have to create entrepreneurs in those next 2 generations to be able to hire Black people. How do I help? If I can give money, if I can give time, if I can help shape and mold and contribute to programs that's teaching youth entrepreneurship, especially in the urban community, we're going to ultimately create the next Sam Walton in the Black community, who's going to create an institution that's going to hire 1 million people. They give to the causes that they believe in and not stingy. The law of sowing and reaping. That's why these people are always seem to be blessed. Man, how can they fall off and pop right back up? Because they're always giving. Remember, number 10, share, right? So if you have not shared this stream, then you're not doing what successful people do. Make sure you hit that share button. Remember, we're all in this together. Whatever your measure of success is, be unashamed and unafraid to broadcast that to the world. You'll inspire others with the work you do and open the door up for huge inspiration in return. Once you've shown that you're working on yourself, the offers for improvement will flood in. Chris Rock describes this more elegantly than I ever could. I'd always end up broken down on the highway. When I stood there trying to flag someone down, nobody stopped. But when I pushed my own car, other drivers would get out and push with me. If you want to help yourself. People like to see that. My Christian brothers and sisters tend to be a little too humble because they believe that there is a problem with showing success. Now, I can be grateful, and I know that if I show my success, it inspires other people, right? People want to work with the best, so it's okay for me to let them know that I am one of the best. And I can do that in all humility. And that's one of the keys to success. Share your success, whatever measure, whatever level you're on, right? I'm not a Russell Brunson. Russell Brunson built a $200 million company in 24 months or something like that. That ain't my journey. But I did start from working a business part-time to being a full-time entrepreneur. I have had $1,000 days, $2,000 days in business. I have built a social media following approaching, 150,000 folks. I used to be afraid to say that. I used to not want to say that because I thought it was braggadocious. No, that's inspiring to most people. Some people will see it as braggadocious, but that ain't my problem. That's their problem. And I need you to understand that. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. 10 habits of highly successful people. Tomorrow, we'll do a lot of Q&A, man. So come back and hang out with your boy. We're going to do a marketing Q&A tomorrow. I'm going to have some stuff prepared for you guys. If you got questions about marketing, it'd be a good time to hop on. We're going to do something kind of like office hour style. So we'd love to see you guys tomorrow. Same back time, same back channel. So I'll talk to you guys next time. Get your money up because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every single one of you. Now hustle up. But you've got to overcome fear if you're going to win.